What's up, world? Hey, so for this video, I'm just going to reiterate a couple things from my studio series. I apologize for the delay. Been on a crazy video shoot, and we finally got that done. And so now we're at a stage where we can get some more content for y'all to hopefully learn from, and hopefully it can benefit y'all and help you guys be better musicians, recording artists, etc. Okay, it's Paris life in the house. Anywho, so all right, first I'm just gonna reiterate some things. Okay, so first thing, at the studio, I'm just gonna again reiterate: know what you'll do, but also don't be afraid of freestyle. I'm going to throw that in. And I know I talked about freestyle versus off the dome. I'm just going to say freestyle just so you guys can kind of grasp it. But research the term off the dome, okay? But when you're kind of making it up as you go along, it's kind of powerful. It's really powerful. You can come up with ideas in the moment with just the energy that you can then go back to, and you can really get a different sense of the song and of the material versus just writing it. Okay. A lot of singers like Tory Lanez, I know he's about to get canceled, but he's a great example of a guy who goes into the booth and just does it as he's kind of going along versus somebody who really takes their time very meticulously, like Nas or Rakim, etc. Okay, you want to play around with the flow, throw out some gibberish and see what happens. You'll be surprised what you come up with. I've had a lot of things happen where I had a flow in my head and I'm like, ooh, that's that little Migos flow, but then it's like, ooh, I could put words to it now, etc., etc. Okay, so that is something you want to keep in mind. Beyond that, again, play around, see how it kind of sounds, and experiment. This is why a home studio or like the homie studio is so important, okay? For me, one thing I want to touch on is my writing process, and this might help y'all. So I know I talked about how at this stage, I pretty much just write stuff down in my head and do it from memory. But sometimes if I have some super duper lit bars, I just gotta write it down. Sometimes I'm like, bro, this punchline is so crazy, or this flow is so crazy, this cadence is so crazy. I gotta write it down on my phone so I don't forget it, or I gotta record it, and usually I gotta write it down. Sometimes I just gotta sit there and just write it because I'm not in the headspace to sit there and put it together in my memory. Like if I'm about to work out, I'm like, man, let me just write some stuff down real quick. There's a song we got coming out called Dance to the Music with my verse, where I started off, I was about to exercise, and then this two bars came to my head. Dance to the rhythm, Paris life rapping, that's a damn good decision. And then I was like, bro, that's it. I gotta write this down. So I started writing that on my phone. You'll hear that when that song comes out pretty soon. But anyway, so yeah, if it's crucial, write it down. Don't forget it. Use your phone for your ideas. I like voice memos as far as just getting the idea out and having that cathartic experience, but I would say use your notepad if you can. If it's like an R&B joint, and then if it is an R&B joint, I've done it before where I sing something and then I send it to my friend and see what they think, and maybe if they remember it, then you know it's lit. Use your phone because you don't want to forget stuff and feel like a dummy later. I'm a weirdo where sometimes I wake up at like 4 a.m, I have an idea, I gotta get it down. If I don't get it down, I'm restless the rest of the night. Versus if I get it down and sleep a little bit, I'll sleep super well for that little bit and feel hella rested when I get up. As opposed to trying to keep the idea inside and not express it, it disappears and it doesn't feel natural. So that's how I get down, okay? Use your phone, get your ideas down. Don't forget this stuff. You're going to regret it. I'm telling you, okay? Beyond that, I would say your recording can be your songwriting, okay? So your process of recording a song could actually be how you write the song. You might have to record it, and as you record it, that's how you come up with bits and pieces. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do that. Again, there's quite a few rappers who do that. I did that earlier today, Okay, so and I'm just gonna bring it back to make sure you have it all memorized before you go into the booth. Okay, use your phone, your notepad, use that as a guide, but don't use that as the thing that you just wrote and now you're like, oh, I wonder how this is gonna sound in this studio I'm paying $75 an hour for. Okay, so I just wanted to reiterate some points and add a couple new things in. This is a pretty short video, but in part 2, I'm going to take you guys through how my song JDM came together. JDM, that link is going to be in this description, and it's also on my bio and Instagram. Love you guys. Peace.